everyone, what's up? It's me Inaya, and today we are going to be learning about JavaScript variables. So if you're a newcomer to these things, that's fine. You can subscribe to my channel and know about JavaScript and programming. So that's fine, just subscribe to my channel down below. So now I'm going to be talking about JavaScript variables. So let's get started. So now, what are JavaScript variables? So a variable is basically a container for storing information. So it can be like any container, actually any container. So it can contain larger information or smaller or whatever, It can contain data types, various data types. And you know what, if you don't know what data types are, then you can go and check out my previous video, because in that video I have explained what data types are and what do they do and what does it do. So I'll just link it down below in the description so that you know what they are, okay? And then you can come back to the video and see this. So now a variable can hold data types and various information, and it's just like a container for storing information. Okay, so there are three different variables you can use. There is a let keyword, there is a var keyword, there is a const keyword. Now a var keyword. So what is a var keyword? A var keyword is a keyword which will help you to declare a variable, which is a function scoped variable. So what does a function scoped variable mean? A function scoped variable means like that a function has its own scope. So every function has its own scope, which means it has its own place of the variable keys. And if you don't know that function, that's okay. I'm gonna be talking about these stuffs in my later videos, so that's fine. So I just want to say that every function and every block, like everything has its own scope, has its own space of building things. So now that the var keyword is a function scoped variable, which means it can only exist within the function. It cannot be accessed outside the function. It cannot be accessed outside the function, but only it can get access if you declare it globally. So that's called a global function. Globally, actually not global function, sorry, a globally, global scoped function, a global scoped variable. But you'll learn about these later. So I just want to say that every function and everything has its own scope. So a var keyword is a function scoped keyword and a variable, and it can be redeclared and updated. So for example, let me give you, if you have given declared a variable as var favorite color equal red. Now if you want to change that color to orange, okay, if you want to change that color to orange, you can either redeclare it or update it. So redeclaring means just can say again var var favorite color equal blue. It means you're redeclaring it, and it's fine in using. It's fine for var keyword. And you can also just update it as favorite color equal blue, and then it will get updated. But now here's the problem. So if there's a problem for programmers who use lots of code and complicated stuffs and programs and functions, loop, whatever, if you write complicated stuff, actually not complicated, if you if the programmer writes a lot of code, and if the programmer also uses the variables but declare it with the var keyword, it can be a really problematic, because sometimes for example, if we need a name as John, like var name equal John in some place, and we just declare it var name equal John, and we need it right here, example, I don't know. I mean, actually, I just want to say for purpose we declare a variable, of course. So if you want to use somewhere like var name equal John, and we want to use somewhere like John, and then we also want somewhere to show like a name as Inaya. Now we don't know, we have written for example, if the programmer has forgotten that he has used the variable my name, and then writes Inaya, like redeclare it var my name equal Inaya, then the join keyword will also, sorry, the join keyword will also get redeclared, and you know the John will get erased and written by Inaya, and both the times it will be written Inaya, and the program also doesn't give an error because it's completely fine for var to be rewritten. So that creates a problem. So that's why we have let and const. So now a let variable. So a let variable is a block scoped scoped variable. So as I said, every function and code, everything has a scope in it, a space for it. So now a block is like wherever you see curly brackets can be a block, you know. So for example, take as you have written var my age equal 11 inside two curly brackets, okay. So that's a scope, not actually var. You've written as let my age equal 11. Now if you wanna use it outside the block, but inside, like outside the block, actually it will give you an error. Like if you want to use it outside the block, because it will give an error, because you cannot use it outside the block because it is a block scoped variable. So, and for let keyword, it is like we can update the value, but we cannot reassign the value, we cannot redeclare the value, you know. So if we try to do like let my age equal 12 again, after we wrote let my age equal 11, it will show you an error because you cannot redeclare your variables in let. Yeah, you can just update it as my age equal 12. Got it? So now, but sometimes you might be needing, as you don't want to change the value. You want the value to be same as always, you know, like same forever. So that is where the const keyword comes. Const means basically it's constant. It's always forever same forever. If you try to change that value, it will give you an error. Like for example, if you have created a variable as var balloons, now balloon count equal 3. Now there are always 3 balloons in the memory of that. So now if you try to change the balloon count to 4, it will give you an error because you cannot change it. It's always constant. It is always like stubborn. You know, you cannot change it. It's so stubborn to change its value that it will give you an error that you cannot change it. That's why if you want to use this like somewhere, if you want the value to be always same, then you can use const. And const is a block scoped variable, just like the let variable, you know. Yeah, and there are many more purposes to use var, let, and const, but I just told you the basic purposes for it. And yeah, I hope you got to know the information about var, let, and const. You know, I hope you understood it. I hope you enjoyed the video, right? So that's all for today's video, guys. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell on so that you get notified every single time I post a new video. So I'll meet you all in my next video now. So till then, take care and bye. I love you all.